Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I did this waterproof makeup look, and I mostly did it geared towards acne prone skin. It is pretty much a full face of makeup and pretty full coverage. So if you don't have acne prone skin, you can still wear this if you don't mind the full coverage of it, but it is waterproof and it is sweat proof, and obviously if you don't want to do all the steps, you can leave stuff out. Like if you don't want to do the eyes, you can totally just skip that and just do the face part. I mean, I put it all in the video so you guys can pick and choose what aspects of it you would like to try on yourself. So if you'd like to see how I got this makeup look and hair, then please keep watching. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So first I'm starting off with some sunscreen, and then I'm going in with the MAC Skin Refine Zone. This is going to completely mattify your skin anywhere you put this, so I just focus this in my T-zone because I want to stay matte in those areas. And then I'm going in with my favorite pore filler. This is the Smoothing One by Tarte. It absolutely fills in all of your pores. I love it. So basically I just take a tiny amount and then I just smooth it away from my face, and that is the best way that I found to fill in your pores. And then I'm going in with my IT Cosmetics CC cream, and I'm also mixing a little bit of this Smashbox one. It is a hydrating foundation. Now you could totally just use the IT Cosmetics CC cream on its own. It is full coverage, it's amazing, it has sunscreen, but I wanted to be a little extra and go ahead and use the Smashbox one because that is also one of my absolute favorites. So just in order to get the right consistency for me that I prefer, and also to get the right color, I went ahead and mixed them both together. So then I just plopped it on my skin and then took a damp beauty sponge and blended it all out. And then going in with my Makeup Forever Full Cover Concealer. This is a waterproof concealer, and I'm just covering any blemishes that I have that are still showing through my foundation. And then I am also going around my nose with it and anywhere else that I have blemishes or I feel I need a little extra coverage. And then I am going to take my Kevyn Aucoin palette, and this is the kind of contour and highlight palette, and I'm taking a little bit of beauty oil and mixing that in with the cream contour. This is going to make it a lot easier for you to blend if you add some oil in there. If I don't add oil, I cannot blend out my cream contour or any cream products on my face. It just makes my skin look really patchy and it doesn't glide seamlessly. So I always mix some oil when I'm dealing with anything cream on my face. And then I just take one of my Morphe brushes just to place the product where I want it, and then I also use the same brush to blend it out. And then to highlight underneath my eyes, I am using this Tarte concealer, and this is a creaseless waterproof concealer. So I highly recommend this one. The only thing is very thick, so you do need very little product. And then I also just use the applicator to kind of smooth it over my skin. So I'm just placing that underneath my eyes, placing that on my chin, my forehead, and then down my nose. And then just to make it blend a little bit easier, I'm going over it with my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, and I'm just adding very minimal amount. Again, this is just going to help me blend it out since it is more thick and a little bit harder to blend. So I recommend that if you are blending this with a beauty sponge, you make sure it is pretty damp. It will definitely help with blending out those concealers. And then to set that, I'm going in with my RCMA No Color Powder. This is absolutely amazing for setting your face. I really think one of the main keys in having your makeup last a long period of time, and especially making sure it is sweat proof or waterproof, is to bake your face. I feel like when I don't bake my face, my makeup does not last as long, so I highly recommend trying it if you have not. And then to set the rest of my face, I'm going in with my Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. This is a drugstore powder. It is really comparable to a high-end mattifying primer, and the one I'm using is translucent, so it doesn't add any excess color onto your face. And then to add a little bit of color to my face, that's why I'm going in with this MAC Mineral Powder, and this is in medium, and I'm just taking a very small amount. If you don't need to add color to your face, you really don't need to do this step. And then to bronze up my face, since I'm not really contouring today except for the cream that we put on, I'm going in with this Endless Summer bronzer, and this is one by Too Faced. Absolutely love this palette that I got with like every single one of their bronzers in there. So I'm just taking a fluffy brush and going over where I put that cream contour, and basically I'm just going to again add more color to my face, add some warmth, and bronze up the skin. So basically you want to do this all on the outer portions of your face. You can do it under your chin and your jawline if you would like to make your face look slimmer, and you can also do it on your nose. And then for my brows, I'm going in with the Anastasia Brow Wiz, and I'm using the shade Taupe. Now, I like to use the Brow Wiz when I am going anywhere where there's water or it's super hot and I'm going to be sweating, because this is more water resistant and more sweat proof than just using a brow powder, which is what I usually use. So I'm just placing that on my brows and then blending it out. I went for a little bit of a lighter shade just because I don't want my brows too bold. And then I am just going over them with a gel. This is one by Ulta. It's just a clear brow gel. This is going to ensure that your brows are locked in place and will not budge. And then I am just priming my eyes. I am using the Urban Decay Anti-Aging one. And then I am going in with my Kevyn Aucoin palette, and I am using this cool tan color and a fluffy brush by Sigma. And I just wanted to define my crease a little bit because I do have more hooded eyes, so my eyelids can kind of get lost. So I wanted to define the crease, so I went in with a fluffy brush, and then I went in with a little bit more of a dense brush just to define it after I got the color where I wanted it. And then I'm going in with this Maybelline Color Tattoo, and this is in the shade Barely Branded. Now I'm just using a brush for this, but if you don't have like nails or acrylics on, it makes it a lot easier if you just use your finger, because the warmth of your finger will really help blend the product out onto your eyelid. And if you don't want to really define your crease, you can totally just sweep this over your eye really fast. You don't even need a primer. And then to kind of set that, I'm just going in with my Candlelight powder from this Kevyn Aucoin palette, which is like a highlighting powder, but I just wanted to set that in place. And then I'm going in with this brightening powder from this palette, and I am just applying that to the inner corners of my eyes just to really open them and brighten them and make me look more refreshed. And then on to curling my lashes. I'm just using like a basic eyelash curler that you would buy at the drugstore, and I am just curling my lashes. And then I'm going to apply a waterproof mascara. I'm using my favorite one by L'Oreal. And then what you always want to do with this mascara is to wipe off the excess onto the tube. That way they won't get like super clumpy or anything like that. And then I'm just going to start on the outer portion, and I'm going to get as close as I can to the base of my eyelashes, and then wiggle the brush and bring it straight up and kind of close my eye at the same time. I really feel like this adds a lot of length and helps when they separate so they're not kind of all stuck together. So I always work on the outer corner, and then when I get that how I want it, I'll move into the inner corner. And then to brighten up my eyes even more, I'm using this NYX Wonder Pencil, and it's just like a nude pencil. You could also use a white eyeliner if that's what you have. And then I'm just going to buff away all this excess powder, kind of blend together all of the different powders that we've put on our face. And then for blush, I'm using this one right here by Tarte, and this is in the color Tipsy. It's just a really bright, like peachy orange color. It looks super intense in the pan, but it is absolutely beautiful on fair, medium, and probably even darker skin tones. You just really have to blend it out if you have more fair skin, but I do like a pretty intense blush, so I'm totally cool with this color. And then to highlight my face, I'm using this Benefit What's Up. It is a kind of cream highlighter. So I'm just placing that on my finger, and then I am just kind of patting where I want it. So I'm placing it on my cheekbones, and I'm just doing like really soft patting motions and kind of blending it in at the same time. And I do find that you can totally put this over your powder. It is so like thin that it's not going to make you patchy or cakey. So again, you just want to place it on your finger and kind of do patting motions and blend it out anywhere that you want some highlight. So I'm also placing this above my eyebrows. It's going to kind of help lift them up. And then I'm also placing some on the tip of my nose. And then I'm just taking my fan brush and a little bit of champagne pop, just like a very tiny bit, just to kind of set that in place. And I'm just going over all of the areas that I applied the cream, as well as on my Cupid's bow and a little bit on my lower lip. And then I am just lining my lips with NYX Pencil in Rose. And then I'm going in with my favorite gloss. This is White Russian by Buxom. This is like a really pretty everyday baby pink color. It's kind of more translucent, but it has just a hint of pink. And then I'm using these two setting sprays. I'm using the Urban Decay Oil Control one on my T-zone, and then I am using the All Nighter spray on the rest of my face. This will definitely help lock in your makeup, and I think it really helps make it waterproof. And then after that, the makeup portion is done. Now I'm going to show you guys how I got my hair like this. It is really simple. I'm just using some hairspray. The one I'm using is Big Sexy Hair, and I'm just using a teasing brush, and you just want to kind of tease your hair on both sides, and then you also want to tease it at the back, because you kind of want some volume, so that way when you get your hair wet, it won't completely fall down flat and like glue to your head. It will still keep that volume. And then I am just sectioning off kind of my bangs and just doing a normal braid in the front. So just take however big of a section you want and just make a braid going down the side of your head, kind of at an angle. Kind of try to keep the braid pulled more tightly. And then I'm just taking two tiny elastics. The only ones I had were black. I probably should have got some clear ones because my hair is blonde, but it's kind of hidden a little bit behind my ears. So if you have clear ones, if you have lighter hair, it would look a lot better. But anyways, I'm just tucking that behind my ear, and then I am just getting my hair smoothed out as best as I can. And I am just putting that kind of at the nape of my neck, pretty much wherever you want it. And then I am just securing that with a elastic band, and then I'm just going to secure my braid that I did with a bobby pin, and I'm just going to kind of tuck that underneath my hair so it's a little bit more hidden, because again all I had was a black one. And then I'm just taking my teasing comb, kind of the rat tail part of it, and then I'm just placing this underneath where I teased and pulling up on it and holding the base of it. That way it doesn't get too loose. And then I am just loosening up my braid a little bit more. And that is pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and thumbs up this video. And I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.